Good morning. Before we begin, I want to shout out all the students who I talked to yesterday who said they've been watching these videos and doing their work packets. You are doing awesome, and I'm really proud of you. Keep up the good work. And remember, if you have any questions on something that I don't explain well in the video, don't be afraid to leave a comment, and I'll answer your question. Today we're going to be working on the third bullet point in your packet. The directions say this: use the numbers 2, 8, 5, 4, 9, 6. Write the largest number you can make using all the digits. Is the number you made even or odd? How do you know? Write the smallest number you can make using all the digits. Is the number you made even or odd? How do you know? What is 100 less than the largest and smallest number you made? What is 100 more than the largest and smallest numbers you made? What is 1,000 more than the largest and smallest numbers you made? And what is 1,000 less than the largest and smallest numbers you made? Since there are a bunch of questions that we're going to go through today, I suggest having that packet of questions next to you while you are working on your own piece of paper to answer the questions. And if you have your questions next to you, you can cross them out or put a check mark next to them as we go through, so you make sure that you answer all of them. Before we begin, I want to go over 2 vocab words we're going to be using today. The first one is digit. A digit is a number from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all digits. And our digits in this problem are 2, 8, 5, 4, 9, and 6. The second vocab word is place value. Place value. Remember, place value is the name of the place where your digit is in your number. So, for example, your number could be in the ones place, the hundreds place, the 10,000s place, ones, hundreds, 10,000s. Those are all examples of place value. So in our problem, we have 6 digits to use: 2, 8, 5, 4, 9, 6. And we want to create the largest and smallest numbers possible using those digits. I went ahead and made a place value chart because I know we have 6 digits, so our 6 digits could go in 6 different places. I'll go all the way from the ones place up until the 100,000th place. So go ahead, pause the video, and copy down this place value chart on a piece of paper. So the first question is to make the largest number we can using all our digits. If you want to pause the video and try to do this by yourself and get an answer, go right ahead, or you can wait as I go through how to do it. So we have all 6 of these places, and we have 6 digits to put in here to create our large number. If we want the largest number possible, our highest digit has to go in the largest place value. So our largest place is the 100,000s place. And out of our digits, let me write them down here. We have 2, 8, 5, 4, 9, and 6. Our largest digit is a 9. So we want to put that 9 in the 100,000s place. I'm going to go ahead and cross out the 9 from the top because we can't use it again. So we know that we're going to have 900,000. Now what would go in the next place? This is our next biggest place value, 10,000s. So we're going to put our next biggest digit in that place value, which is our digit 8. So I'm going to cross out 8 from the top because we used it, and it goes in the 10,000s place. Now we do the same thing going all the way down to the ones place. Our next biggest digit is 6, so 6 goes in the thousands place. And then we have 5, 4, and 2. So 5 goes in the hundreds, 4 goes in the tens, and 2 goes in the ones place. Now we should have this number 986542. I'm going to go ahead and put in the comma so we can read our number. Our comma goes in between our thousands place and our hundreds place. So the biggest number that we could possibly make is 986,542. The second part of this question asks, is our number even or odd? So remember, even or odd, to tell whether a number is even or odd, we look at the digit in the ones place. Here we have the digit 2. An odd number means this digit is not a multiple of 2. But to be even, this digit is a multiple of 2. So in our number, our digit in the ones place is 2. 2 is a multiple of 2, so this is an even number. And you can go ahead and write even somewhere next to the number. I'm going to write it over here by the 9. Actually, let's put it by the 2, because the 2 helped us determine that it was even. So that's an even number. The next part of the question asks, write the smallest number you can make using all the digits. We're going to go through almost the same process, but it's a little bit backwards, because instead of the largest number, we want the smallest number. We're going to start over here in the hundred thousands place again. I'm going to write my answer this time underneath. But this time, we want the smallest number to be in the hundred thousands place, because we want the smallest digit to have the highest place value. You might want to write your digits up top again so you can cross them out as we go. I'm going to do that right now. 2, 8, 5, 4, 9, and 6. So out of that list, our smallest digit is a 2. So 2 is going to go in the hundred thousands place. And I'm going to cross it out at the top. Now to keep our number as small as possible, we need the next biggest digit to go in the 10,000s place. So in our list of digits, after 2 would go 4. So we cross out 4, we put 4 in the 10,000s place. And so on and so on. So after 4 would go 5, 5, then 6, 6, then 8, 8, and then 9. So we are going from lowest to highest out of our digits in the problem. And I went ahead and put our comma in here between the hundreds and thousands place. So our number is 245,689. That is our smallest number we could make with the digits. Again, we have to answer, is this even or odd? Where do we look? We look in the ones place. We have a 9, a digit 9 in the ones place. Is 9 a multiple of 2? Well, if you're not sure, let's count out by 2s and figure out if 9 is a multiple of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nope, we skipped 9. So 9 is not a multiple of 2. That makes this an odd number. So I'm going to write odd right next to the 9 because the 9 helped us know that this is an odd number. So there we went ahead, we made the largest number and the smallest number. Now we have a little more math to do, some adding and subtracting to answer the next few questions. So our next questions ask, what is 100 more than and less than these numbers? And what is 1,000 more than or less than these numbers? So before I show you the math, you can do this in your head. You can look at the hundreds place and add and subtract 100. You can look at the thousands place and add and subtract 100. And that way you can get your answers. It's kind of a shortcut. but I am going to show you all the math. I encourage you to work out the math even if you know how to do it in your head, because we can do this as a way to check our work. The next part of the question asks, what is 100 less than our two numbers? Less than means we are subtracting, and I set my two problems up like this. Remember, we want the 1 in the 100s place to be under our digit in the hundreds place. So in this number it's 6, and in this number we want it under the 5. It's important to make sure you line those up so we can do our problem correctly. So I want you to pause the video, go ahead and do these problems on your paper, and then check in with me when I go through the answers. So here are my solutions. When we are subtracting, we're going to start on the right, and 9 minus 0 is 9, 8 minus 0 is 8, 6 minus 1 is 5, and our 5, 4, and 2 just come down. Also bring down the comma. So our 100 less than our smallest number is 245,589. And then over here it's very similar. 2 minus 0 is 2, 4 minus 0 is 4, 5 minus 1 is 4. Bring down the rest, and our answer is 986,442. I'm going to box my answers so it stands out and I know that that was the answer to the question that we were asked. Great, now let's do the next part of the question. It asks, what is 100 more than the largest and smallest numbers? So we're going to do this process again, but instead of subtract, we're going to add 100. So let's write it down on our paper. We start with our biggest number, 986,542, plus 100. And 245,689 plus 100. Remember, more than means we are adding. So here's how I set it up. Again, we want our hundreds places to line up so we can do our math correctly. Again, pause the video, try to do this problem yourself, and then check with me for the solutions. Since we're just adding and subtracting zeros and ones, this should be pretty easy for us. So let's start with the biggest number this time. We add 100. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 0 is 4. 5 plus 1 is 6. Everything else, bring it down. Our answer is 986,642. On our smallest number, we add 100, 9 plus 0 is 9, 8 plus 0 is 8, 6 plus 1 is 7. Bring the rest down. Our answer is 245,789. And I went ahead and boxed my answers so it stands out. Our next job is to do 1,000 more than our largest and smallest numbers. So we are going to start, okay, so more than, I switched the order. So more than we are going to add again. This time we are adding 1,000. So let's write our numbers down on the paper again. 986,542 plus 1,000 and 245,689 plus 1,000. We are working with 1,000 this time. We still need to line up our numbers, so make sure your 1 in the 1,000 is under your thousands place. So either here under the 5 or here under the 6. Now let's add. Again, pause the video, do it yourself, and then check back for the answers. So here are my solutions. Again, we are just adding ones and zeros, so it's pretty quick. Let's start with our biggest number. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 0 is 4. 5 plus 0 is 5. 6 plus 1 is 7. Make sure you bring down the commas. And our 8 and our 9 are brought down. So our answer is 987,542. For our smallest number, we start over here. 9 plus 0 is 9. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. And bring down your comma. And the 2 and the 4 get carried down. So our answer is 246,689. Now, if you're like me and you ran out of room, you need to flip the page. We have one more problem to do. This time, we need to find 1,000 less than our numbers. So go ahead, write it down, solve it yourself, and then check back for the answers. So remember, we're finding less than, which means we are going to subtract the 1,000. We want our 1 from the thousands place lined up with our other thousands places. So here we go. Let's start with our biggest number again. 2 minus 0 is 2, 4 minus 0 is 4, 5 minus 5 is 5, 6 minus 1 is 5. Bring down the commas, bring down the 8 and the 9. Our answer is 985,542. For our smallest number that we created, 9 minus 0 is 9, 8 minus 0 is 8, 6 minus 0 is 6, 5 minus 1 is 4. Bring down the comma, bring down the 4 and the 2. Our answer is 244,689. Now, as you were going through those questions, you should have marked them off. So we have completed all of the questions for today. If you want a bonus question for today, you can try finding 10 more than and less than our numbers, or 100,000 more than or less than our numbers. But otherwise, great job. We're done for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.